Taking no loss, we be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust, big dog leash. Where's the love in the streets? Put my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Jones looking to throw it on the first play.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
First and 10, it's Sanders.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Back to throw.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
And the Commanders come through with a fourth down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Smith.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to make the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the first down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Jones. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now a throw here, hauled in. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now back to throw. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. It just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
But normally, you'd have to say yes. But I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. To about the 35, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Jones. He's got Smith here. Only able to get him covered there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing Jones. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their 1st sack of the contest.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Completes it to Samuel. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Jones throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll be knocked down about the 26-yard line. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that is no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the 2nd half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the 1st half.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. 2nd and long. Left side here to Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Johnny Hekker now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Jones throwing on 1st down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
2nd and 2.
The final shot before break. Jones
winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we've got
a look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Well, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on it, and they pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to stop play here. And the injury is to, that's DJ Chark, the receiver, who's in need of some help right now. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. He'll get it inside the 20.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. It's Williams on the catch. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he will take it across for the Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
I give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and is showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football, but right now they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Jones, and that's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realizes he had support behind him, and can be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, it was so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And we're back now in Charlotte. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. And he'll get underneath the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's, for a rookie quarterback.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Complete. Smith has it.
And he's going to have the Commanders' first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw. Jones to the right side and complete to Thomas. He's out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for just 3. And third down and 6 to go. Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he finds McLaurin. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now Jones.
Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. They'll look to throw again.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Commanders have taken a fourth quarter lead.
They do tack on the extra point as well. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
So now the Panthers down on the scoreboard. A minute 54 on the clock. Their sold-out crowd is behind them. They need at least a field goal to tie as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll go with the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down. The keeper good for only 4. That's going to lead to a fourth down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick in the game forthcoming. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And this one is right down the middle. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
What a game this has been, and now overtime will decide who goes on to play in the NFC Championship. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
A 3-and-out could really hurt here in this opening drive of overtime. Big third down coming.
Here's Jones on third down. They still can't get him. And he'll just get rid of it. The temptation to go for it probably there always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and don't force some of those incompletions.
That's good for 28 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on to the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off. But all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree. And the whole time we were watching and
it's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the ain't no way. Somebody daddy ain't gonna give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she brought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they info. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I ought to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping it.
To head down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58. It's NFC Championship time. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
no, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Back to throw, Purdy. He'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to have the Niners first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Purdy. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Purdy from the gun.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
This is taken at about the 14.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule.
And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3". They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed.
It continues into the end zone for a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Purdy. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
That's some room to run now. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free. He couldn't take it away. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
Got it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And boy, ball security a problem for him so far. 2 first-half fumbles. The first one they were able to keep. This one, a turnover.
And they've got to determine what is causing these turnovers. Is it extra effort, trying to get extra yardage? Sometimes you just have to take what you can get and just take care of the ball.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on the line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll pass there over the middle to start things out. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. For touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 44 yards. And the 49ers have struck first in this NFC title game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 54 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Second year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter. But this would be something I think would be very noteworthy.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Two minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last two plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 30 on second down, Purdy. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. They find some open field here. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 73 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Here's Sanders, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now Sanders, and he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. Connection made with Chenault. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 89 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions in what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The scoop and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that...
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. On first down, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 85 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better really as the night's gone on. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped how a guy could turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Purdy bootlegging it. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, 39 yards. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll run with Sanders. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Sanders. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second down, it's Sanders. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! Adam Thielen from 3 yards out. And the Panthers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From the 6. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just...
And the ball is knocked out, and the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down now, but that clock rolling.
there, brings up second down.
Here's Purdy.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Purdy with one final shot here. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And they get to